Greetings! In this video I'm going to be painting a Third Company Intercessor of the Nemesis chapter. This model is based off an Assault Intercessor, modified with various parts. The pauldrons are 3D printed, and of the Mark IV Maximus pattern. I've got him wielding a 3D printed Auto-Tellurian patent Graviton gun, and the helmet is from the Hellblasters kit. I primed the model black and painted a few layers of green, which ended up so bright it looked fluorescent, so I started over by painting a coat of Black Legion all over. This is what I get for not doing a trial model first. Anyway, as you can see, I've started with a base coat of Vulkan green. This is a fairly thin paint, so I applied a few coats until it was fairly consistent. After I was happy with the base coat, I mixed some Warpstone glow into the Vulkan green. I don't like mixing paints, especially for videos, as it's not easy for myself or other people to replicate. If you are doing an army like this, you can measure it and make a custom mix, or just buy Vallejo's model colour flat green, as it looks like that's a pretty close match. I built this colour up on all the panels, avoiding the innermost recesses to allow the pure Vulkan green to still be visible. I added some more Warpstone glow to the mix for a brighter layer, focusing more on the raised surfaces, the centre of the larger panels and the edges. After the layering was completed, I highlighted the model with pure Warpstone glow. I applied this along the edges of most surfaces, sometimes repeating it for a stronger effect, as the Warpstone glow is also a thin paint. The Nemesis chapter are an Ultramarine successor, formed in the Second Founding. They were originally the 22nd chapter of the Ultramarines Legion, prior to the creation of the Codex Astartes. During the Great Crusade and later Horus Heresy, they were known for and largely specialised in exterminatus operations. They made large use of destroyer units, maintaining 2 full companies of destroyer squads armed with all manner of biohazardous, radioactive and even phosphex weaponry. They're still active 10,000 years later, and while their lore in the current setting is less fleshed out, they'd likely still specialise in this sort of warfare. I switched to Black Legion for the undersuit, weapon and power pack cabling. The metallics were painted with Leadbelcher. The Graviton gun has a complicated mix of black and silver, so I took my time there, but I wasn't too concerned if I made a mistake. I used Liberator gold for the Imperialis and the molecular bonding studs. It's hard to see the torso and even harder to get the brush in there. With some patience and careful manoeuvring it can be done. The studs were very simple by comparison. Pick a few and then do them from one angle, then repeat until they're all done. This way helps prevent mistakes and ensures they all look right from all angles. Now onto Mephiston red for the pauldron trim and eye lenses. The Nemesis chapter are Codex compliant, and choose to display their company colours via the pauldron trim, in this case red for the Third Company. Now for the transfers. I applied Ardcoat to the pauldron and the plate on the power pack in preparation for decals. Ardcoat's just a gloss varnish, other brands would work fine. I'm just trying to use up what I have here. The Nemesis chapter insignia is a simple white skull, so I cut out some of the command tactical markings as they're the same, and a smaller one for the power pack. I applied some microset, then put on the first transfer. Most pauldrons have a notch cut out that you can use as a centre point to align your decal. When a Space Marine is equipped with a pauldron that has molecular bonding studs, they typically paint the armorial on the right shoulder pad instead of the left, replacing their tactical marking. I've done the same here. After the transfers were dry, I used Microsol to help shape the decal to the rounded surface. It took 2 coats before I was happy with the fit. Moving on to the sheath and belt, I used Rhinox hide as a base coat. I also applied some small chipping effects. These won't be super visible, but I think they help break up the otherwise smooth appearance. The leather was highlighted with Skrag brown, mostly as a scratchy highlight, painting dots and cuts along the surface. A final highlight with Deathclaw brown was added, bringing the vibrancy up a bit and making it look less flat. Back to the red, I used Evil Sunz Scarlet as a layer on the pauldron trim, and then a small bit in the eye lenses towards the nose. A final dot of Wild Rider red finishes the eye lenses. I also used a tiny bit as an edge highlight along the corner of the pauldrons, giving them a bit more shine. I applied a dark grey wash over all the silver metallics, avoiding pooling everywhere except inside the weapons barrel. I want this spot to be pretty dark. For graviton weaponry, I like to show some light green effects. The Auto-Tellurian pattern has these tubes, which I like to paint the tips green. I use striking scorpion green for the base coat. The paint underneath is bright enough for the contrast paint to work, and I kept applying it until I was happy with the coverage. I did some small highlights with Mechanicus standard grey on the weapon. The model was a bit busy, so I found it hard to find spots to highlight. Wanting the glow on the guns to stand out a bit more, I used Cyberite green to highlight the caps. I followed with Gorse Blaster green, hitting the uppermost tip of the caps. Now for the enamel wash. I used AK's aircraft engine wash all over, with only a bit of thinner. I avoided the glowing spots like the eye lenses and the graviton guns rod things, but otherwise wasn't too careful. I brushed it away from the surfaces I intended to remove it from later, trying to see if I could skip the reductive step. It worked well enough, so I left it like that. I based the model like I usually do. You can check out my last video, the Storm Speeder, for an example. I varnished the model after this and it was complete. And here we have it. The Third Company Nemesis Chapter Intercessor of some kind. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I tried to paint this before what you've seen. I went way too bright. Colour wasn't recoverable without doing multiple passes of filters, which wouldn't have been fun for anyone involved. As for the completed paint job, I think it's pretty good. I did forget to paint the rivets on the power pack, and there's a bit of red on the collar I didn't notice until editing, but otherwise it's what I was imagining going in. This was the last model from the Assault Intercessor box, so I'll have to get another one now. I'm happy with the group. I can see the improvements I've made since the first one. I don't think I can pick a favourite though. There's something I love about each one of them. I'll be continuing these videos, painting as many chapters as people want to see. So let me know in the comments if you'd like me to tackle a specific chapter. I'll add it to the growing list. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you missed any of this batch of 10, why not go back and check them out? Either way, hope you stick around for the next one.